Ladies and gentlemen, coming from Midwest town of Oklahoma City and the great valley of city of Sacramento, you got two old guys and technology. I'm Steve.
I'm Tom.
Here we go.
Here we go. All right, man. Hey, you know what I wanted to show you was the YouTube stuff.
Go.
Okay. So, did you have anything else you wanted to chat before we jumped into that? Huh?
Nope. Let's
You're
go.
good? Okay, cool. All right, let me share. Let me share. How the hell do you share? There we go. Share. Not that one. I don't want that one. Looks like. Yeah. That's the one. Okay. You can see now over here, since video details.
Yeah, but I got a really crappy.
Okay. Well, that's okay. I can still kind of show you. You don't have to get all analytical and shit. This is the YouTube Studio. Okay. So this is where they do their analytics. There's a little button here that says analytics. And you can go in and you can see how you're performing. Well, I never had anything. And because I never had enough views or anything. But I did that one a couple days ago and had like 1,000 views. So it put me past some threshold and opened up other stuff. So I don't know what to do with it. I have no idea how to decipher because I've got overview, I got reach. Reach shows how people found it, the traffic sources. There's a whole freaking grid down here. Shorts feed, channel pages, external, some other stuff. So that's the reach, but I don't really know what that means. And then engagement, so it shows 80 engaged views, 57 unique viewers, so nobody's coming back. It's all new people every time. Average duration 28 seconds, which is a second more than usual, I guess. They're 46 seconds long. So the average person only made it halfway. So that doesn't sound good. It's only 46 seconds. They should all make it 46 seconds. You made it 26. Still, hang in there. It's getting good.
How does it register? I mean, qualify. How does it achieve identifiable status?
How did my account? What's the like?
Well, let me see if I can figure out how to ask it. What is the standard of the time that they stick around and you know?
We could Google that. I'm sure. Ask Google. I don't know. I'm sure it's readily available. You want to ask?
Nah.
Okay. All right, we won't. But I don't know how to move this freaking. There we go. All right. Anyway, and then there's something about audience. I click on this, and again, it shows unique viewers, subscribers. But that was for the second one. That's from Mrs. Wonderful 2. So I did that one today. Is that this one here? I did that one last night and posted it. Yeah. All right, well, just close it. I don't want that one. I wanted to look at the other one. I don't know what I do. Channel content. I'll go back. Yeah, here's the first one. So I don't know what I do. Dashboard. Click it. There we go. And we'll see. I don't know. Nope, it didn't do anything. So I'm not really sure how you actually get into the information. But it shows that one we did 1,146 views. Below that, the most I'd had, there was a 26, 29, 22. I told you I just sent it out to the family to look at it, And I got home and I went to watch it on TV and I had like 100 and some views.
So what time does it identify what time the majority or the bulk?
Maybe. See if I
And
can
that'd kind of tell you who would be watching it.
Yeah. Okay, here we go. So 1.2K views, so 1,160 views in 2 days, but it was all the first day. Like a rocket. It all happened in like 5-6 hours. So what did YouTube do to get me out there? Right? Because those are all new people. I didn't reach out to them.
They are in the business of promoting you.
Right? It's in their best interest to give it a shot, see what happens. So, okay, so this one, so different on the reach. Was it, still shorts feeds though, and then just a couple other things. You hear my dog?
Yeah.
Yeah, she's a star, isn't she? She likes to let everybody know. All right, I don't know why that's doing that.
But I don't know what the copyright thing is, but getting to a zoo and either taking video or stills of animals that you could tell stories behind the animals.
Oh, yeah, let me put my dog out and then I'll be right back. Entertain everybody for me. I'll be right back.
I'm going to take a hit.
All right, mic on. So, well, no, I was just going to tell you. So, right before I came over here, I was showed Dawn those videos, right? And she goes, "Well, they're really short." And I go, "Well, how long are the ones you watch?" And she goes, "Well, I watched," and she found one. She started watching it, so I started timing it. I stood there for 10 minutes, but it was a dog. They found it on the side of the road. It wouldn't leave its little patch. It's all AI. All built AI. And then finally she stopped and got the dog to get close enough so she could get hold of it, and she took it home. And you know, then the transition of the dog into the house, anyway, it goes on and on and on. They get a duck, little girl, so now we got a duck, a little girl, and a dog, right? But it was all AI. And just like you're saying, it was just showed this dog walking around, mostly sitting by the door doing whatever, and they had a voiceover describing what
they've got a little chihuahua, and there's been 2 or 3 of them where a woman with a high voice or some voice actor could do a real high voice, and they do this cute little tiny voice and say something cute and silly. And, you know, man, you looking at this little dog because it is so freaking cool. And then they're giving you whatever they want you to have.
Yeah, I know. It's amazing. So
that's why the monkeys, you need to go film the monkeys, man.
So I was going to switch over to our channel, to Two Old Dudes.
All right.
And I want to see if we have the same channel dashboard, content. So this is number 23.
Yeah.
Wow. Dude, that's almost half a year.
Wow.
That's crazy, huh? Oh, man. So I can do analytics on that one, I guess. We had 2 views, which is 1 less than usual.
I've seen it.
Our reach was, I don't know how we had 24 impressions. Pretty good for only having 2 views. I think that we're masters of the impression based upon that. The impression click-through rate. I don't know what any of that means. This measures how often viewers watched a video after seeing an impression. Wondering whether your impression's click-through rate is high or low? Learn more. I don't even know what an impressions click-through rate is. How would I know if it's high or low? There's a whole FAQ on that, dude. You ever go in to YouTube and look around on this page?
No, man. I'm into the entertainment purely in every single facet of my life. In this, I'm into strictly entertainment, and which, just as an observation, like concerts. There's been some really cool cover versions of songs that I like. So I've seen a couple of new artists. So ultimately I'm looking at music or looking at YouTube videos that could just be the cover of the album, but listening to the music.
So
narrow-minded.
I have completely lost. Oh, there it is. I lost the YouTube the Zoom. I just wanted to unshare.
I've been gone for a while. I don't know what that means. Are you on your monitor?
What do you see?
Google.
Yeah, I'm trying to unshare it.
And you're in the upper corner.
I should have a button to let me make it bigger. Maybe it'll pop up somewhere.
I don't need me.
Well, no, but I don't want to sit in. So what are we going to do? What do you want to do next? That's what I wanted to show you. I just wanted to, it's kind of crazy, the more you do, the more they give you. Little incentive. And I get these little pop-up things like, that's 57 more than you've ever had. Congratulations. So they root you on.
So really trying to facilitate the creation of the material. Obviously I need to be able to do it, and taking a break from my habitual pot smoking to try and accomplish it, almost like learning a musical instrument for me.
Yeah.
But
look at how many hours I put in to learn to edit. And a lot of it was because I had a mother-in-law with dementia in my house, and my wife works graveyard and was in bed, and I had hours every evening to kill. So it wasn't, I didn't have any other distractions. It was like, oh, thank God, I'll just go over here and edit, play with that for a while,
without upsetting anyone.
Yeah.
So how's your mother-in-law behaving?
You know what? I saw her myself about a week or so ago, and how do I get rid of this is so weird. And she was fine. She's in a wheelchair now. There's nothing wrong with her, but she fights them, and they're not willing to fight her back. So she gets pushed around, which makes her feel good. It's going to ultimately be more to her demise. Her inactivity and no physical activity is never good.
Right.
And to bring it on early by your own ghoulish desires. I don't know. Dude, how do I freaking undo the sharing part? What the hell? It's crazy. It's like I have a screen that I can't see or something.
What about? Oh yeah.
Okay, wait. Now, okay, look. Now I can put you over there. Oh, there it is. Share. No, that's the wrong one. Yeah, I'm sharing. There you go.
So what do you think the 49ers need?
Oh, there it is. I think the 49ers. So I honestly think they're going to make a good run at the division. It's going to come down to, can they beat the Rams? I don't know what the schedule looks like. They've got to beat the Rams and the Seahawks. They can beat the Cardinals. That's not a big deal. But those are those games. That's 4 games, right? That's going to be the difference. If they go 3-1 in those 4 games, they're going to win the division. They go 1-3, they're not. They go 2-2, no telling. That's how big those games really always turn out to be. So, I think. Well, what do you think? Do you think they've got the tools? Do you think their defense is good enough?
I think it'll come down to injuries. If the 49ers stay healthy and get into the playoffs with McCaffrey, 1,500 yards or
Well,
so.
I would bet that their squad is one of the older ones. At least their starters are some of the oldest starters in the NFL. Don't they still have that 40-year-old offensive tackle? Trent Williams or something like that?
Oh, yeah. Is he that old?
He's like 40, yeah. You imagine 40 years old playing in the NFL. That dude's a stud.
I bet he still goes 315.
Oh, easy. I bet he's 360 to be still playing in the NFL at tackle. They're freaking huge. Those dudes are massive, and they can run. It's fucking crazy.
What's the word on Shanahan's recovery?
He got out of the DUI, so I guess that's matters for him.
Yeah.
But he's slowly making his comeback. He'll be fine. He's getting closer to the field, but after an injury like that, you cannot get hit. And it's football, man. Things are flying around. So he was way back by the end zone, I guess.
So did you pay any attention to NFL yesterday?
Oh, I watched a little bit of the game.
Did you see any of the pregame?
No.
They went through a list of all of the running back, basically a fantasy football preview, pre-draft preview.
Well, the scuttle in the fantasy football world, the talking heads, is running back. Just take all the running backs, get them all, then go wide receiver. And somewhere in there, some of the quarterbacks or the tight ends, you got to fit them in too. Take your chances, whatever. But there's so many receivers. But there's 3 receiver sets nonstop in the NFL, right? I mean, every set has 2 wideouts. Sometimes they have 3, plus a tight end that can catch. It's just a throw the ball league. It just is. And the running backs, there's only a handful that play all the downs, like McCaffrey, right? He's out there the whole drive. He doesn't come off the field during a drive unless, if he's going to not be on the field, somebody else starts the drive,
Right.
And then they get to call a timeout when they're on the 20 and they'll bring him in.
So what about Debo coming back?
I love it. Debo's a horse. That guy's awesome. He had like 7 touchdowns last year. Again, he had his shitty year. Played for a team he never played for. He had an actual decent year.
So did the 49ers actually trade him and get something in return?
I don't think so.
So he was just a free agent that walked for a year?
If they got anything, it had to be like a 5th or 6th round draft pick. Which, I don't know, maybe.
Man, if you consider Debo and Kittle and what's the big receiver from Florida?
Mike Evans.
Evans.
Yeah.
McCaffrey and Samuel. Man.
I know. That's why I think Debo is a perfect fit. Because he's that gadget guy. And Shanahan, he's out there scheming away, and all of a sudden he looks and he goes, oh, the 72-5 flip is perfect, right? He calls that play. Debo goes in. They do some weird reverse shit. He throws it down the field for a touchdown. Something. That's what Debo does. He gives you that guy. He's Mr. Gadget, right? He can do anything.
He's kind of like, what was Roger Craig's fullback, Tom Rather.
Oh,
Rathman.
Yeah. Well, that's like, is it Jusek or
Yeah.
Yeah, Juszczyk or whatever. He's more like Rathman. He's the banger up the middle guy that can catch. Because they always have to be able to catch. They have to. If they can't catch, they can't play for the 49ers. You know, because the ball's always flying around.
So any additions to the defense?
I think I don't follow close enough to know.
So basically they got the guys that were injured back.
Bosa?
Yeah.
Right? Bosa's one. And what's the dude, man?
Warner.
Best player in the NFL. If he's healthy,
Wow.
that's gotta help, right?
Man,
That dude's he's an animal. If he's healthy, and I saw some film, he looked great.
they've turned out 5 or 6 linebackers over the last 10 years that have been Hall of Fame quality.
Yeah.
I guess that's the coaching. We've always had some outstanding defensive coaches. Seifert really did build a great defensive philosophy.
Oh, I used to love Michael Carter.
Oh, yeah.
The shot putter. Here, Michael, come stand in the middle of the field and don't let him move you.
Double teamed with a running back included.
And he just blocked the middle. You could not go up the middle because Michael Carter was there. Love that guy. Oh, man, there was 3 or 4 years when he was just... There was a guy in Green Bay that did the same thing. I don't remember his name. Those two were just brutal. They were that nose tackle. They just stand there and just hold everybody off. It was great. It was like sumo or something. I was at the Pro Bowl the year I was there. One of the star sumo guys is Akibono back then. He was massive. All the NFL guys had to come over and see how big they were next to Akibono. Dude was like 6'6", 370. Just massive, huge.
He actually got into a ring and threw fists in a martial arts contest. I don't know if it was just kickboxing or if it was MMA, but I've seen video of it.
Yeah, that's pretty crazy. So what are you doing this weekend? Just mowing?
No, I mowed my... Vincent's been great about doing the yard here. I got an edge, and with my edging blade, I got a new one, and I've just been lazy about hooking my new spool assembly. It's a universal spool assembly that requires various spacers, and they've included multiple sizes of spacers to go around the shaft under the,
Yeah.
And I'm just, I took it apart, opened it up, and attempted to identify everything, and had a spaz moment and have laid it down and not bothered. I've been just using the old one, which I got to kind of pull it out every 20 or 30 seconds. I got to stop and push it and pull the string out.
Yep, I had one just exactly like that. The thing quit working. So it always had string. You had to turn it over. You had to push a button, and then you could click, click, push it again, click, click, and you get 3 inches, and then off you go.
I'm going to schedule an appointment tomorrow around 10:30 to show up over at the house and pay my handyman, plus take a look at the rehabilitated cabinets and whether it's going to satisfy us to put a new vinyl floor underneath it. Not vinyl. We're going to do well, it is vinyl. The click together, tongue and groove, whatever it is.
Yeah. I've used that in many floors.
So this will be my first. I don't know how much of it I'm.
The only hassle with that stuff is the cuts on the ends and stuff. Because like if you have square, like when in Tahoe, I did our house up in Tahoe. It was beautiful. It was square. The whole entry all the way into the kitchen and past the kitchen tile all the way to the wall. Just square. And it went down the hallway, square. Oh, it was beautiful. So easy. I just slapped that stuff in. It was wonderful. Then I've had them where it's like every end you're cutting this and that, and it just takes a long time, you know? Well, not long. It doesn't, but you got to measure and go slow. Make sure you get it right, you know? It's not something I do every day, so I don't want to fuck it up. But I haven't done one of those.
I've just been pondering the opportunities that I have to attempt to learn some skills. You know, with the information that's available, and I've got the canvas, i.e., 2 office suites that could be bringing me in $3,500 a month easily. Yet I've just been on my ass, really anxious, afraid to do it. You know, at one point I worried that I wasn't going to make enough money to be able to justify keeping the building. Well, right. Our numbers have been a little better. There's some recovery going on right now. So Trader Joe's continues to expand, and we get to sit all of them labels and label guns.
No, that's good.
Yeah, it is. And there are success. Yes.
How many of those you have out there?
How many stores does Trader Joe's have?
Yeah.
I would imagine. I would think they're close to 1,000 stores.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, we've got 2 of them here in Oklahoma City. Now, I don't know how many Tulsa's got, but they've just opened a second one. And we've got 3 or 4 Aldis, which they're not co-owned, but owned by the same management group or...
So on my screen, and I have no idea what's recording, I have me, and on my other screen I have you, and I can't put us together.
So I'm on my screen, and you're the big.
That's so weird. I don't have any idea what I'm doing.
So let me finish. I'm going to ride my motorcycle across town, visiting 2 or 3 stops of public interest, like Farmers Market on the way right across from the basketball arena. If I stay on Reno, which is the road I get on when I come out of my subdivision here, I can take it all the way over to within a couple of miles of the rental house, or not the rental, the remodel. So I'm kind of looking forward to it. It's been hot, and really it's 104 or 105 today and through the rest of the week. Not today. We were 98 today with rain, thunder, and lightning, and my dogs shimmer. They vibrate.
When the thunder.
Yeah. It's weird.
Yeah. I know my little poodle used to eat the carpet when they would do the snow safety. They'd lob those military or artillery across at Kirkwood to blow up
for avalanche.
Yeah. And the dog would get so freaked out. She'd carpet. So I was like, what's going on with the carpet? And then the dog would have carpet in her shit. Like, oh, and it took a long time to realize, that for the dog, they did it almost every day. They bombed out like 4 or 5 of them just because I think they like to shoot the shells off more than anything. About 5 in the morning, you'd watch them go across the valley. Boom, into the snow. What a great job.
Wow.
That was hilarious. The ski patrol dudes, man. A lot of them were in it because they like to blow shit up, and they got to drop bombs all the time on the cornices. It was great. You go out and drop them things down 20 feet down, boom, slide. Nuts. I'm
just never, really. I enjoyed the fireworks at the State Fair opening. Great show, but for the most part, I've just never been thrilled with fireworks and the booms. I don't like booms. I don't like guns. That's why I don't shoot
Yeah.
guns. I just don't dig it.
Yeah, I don't like the loud noises much myself either.
Well, what about you? What do you got going? Oh yeah, you got furniture to move and
Yeah, so tomorrow in the morning I'll move some stuff before it gets hot and get that over here, and I don't know, just I got a bunch of yard clearing to do, things like that, so I have plenty. I cut a bunch of branches. I climbed up on the garage at lunch today and took the whacker and cut. There's an oak tree in one corner and there's a pecan tree on the other side. So I got the pecan tree off. It's on one side and the oak tree is the other way. The oak tree is getting so big it's starting to come over the top of the garage. Like 20 feet above.
that's L.
Yeah. And then the other property, it just needs cleaned up. I took the bed apart. I don't know if I told you that. That big ass bed. I've got it in pieces now. I got the vanity thing apart so we can move everything. Still got it. Some of our clothes are still in the drawers. I got to empty that shit out. It's just stuff, And if I wasn't doing that, I'd be doing something else.
So selling the house that Don's in still, that you're sleeping at,
Yeah.
how much equity have you got?
I don't know yet.
You got the 100,000 that you put down, right?
Well, yeah, it was 30.
Oh, 30?
Yeah. But it's gone up. We paid 420, I think. Something like that. I don't remember. Anyway, we should be able to get 450, 475. That's the bottom end of the market right now. So clean it up a little bit. Maybe we get lucky, get somebody that wants it, maybe get 5. I don't know. That'd be nice. We got 5 because I think we owe 380 something, just over 380 on it. So by the time we pay a real estate agent, we maybe get 75. That would be good. So we'll see. So
Almost take care of the taxes you just spent on it, right?
Exactly. We're not gonna do anything other than get us out of that payment, which is $2,600 a month, and get us into this payment, which is $800. That's the big difference. That's the big difference right there. So we have 5 minutes to go. Anyway, so I'm gonna edit this, throw this in the can, get this out tonight. I'm going to add on to my Mrs. Wonderful. She's going to the strip club. I don't know if you watched the second one. She got on the shuttle bus headed for the strip club. So she's going to go in there. And this all came about because I was trying to think of really great stories from my time in the casino business, right? I've got to have 1,000 of them, right? And I thought one of my favorite stories was this dude I met when I lived off of Glen Innes with Griggs. I had a friend, Brandy, and he went to high school with this guy, Brian. Brian drove the shuttle bus for Barney's. Barney's was still a thing back then. And we would go up. It was amazing. We'd go to his house. We'd hang out at his house. He'd go to work. He'd get the shuttle bus. He'd let us know when he'd be coming by. We'd go out. He'd drive by in the shuttle bus. We'd get on the shuttle bus. He'd be picking up from motels because back then that's what they did. They went all around. The place was just jamming. And we'd ride the shuttle bus back to Barney's, say, okay, we'll talk to you in a little while. He'd continue working, and we'd go play. We'd dick around for 3-4 hours, 2 in the morning, whatever. We'd go find the shuttle bus stop. Brian would take us. When he made his next loop, he'd drop us off, and we'd go sleep at his house. It was freaking awesome. Well, he did it a few times, only knew him for a couple months. So one time, though, I go up there, and he's talking to Brandy, and he's going, yeah, I got accepted. And I'm like, for what? He goes, oh, I'm going to go to the driving school at Laguna Seca. I've always wanted to be a professional driver, maybe like Hollywood stuntman, I don't know what, but I love it, and I want to do it, and I'm selling everything, and I'm going to Laguna Seca to learn how to be a race car driver. And I was like, he's my fucking hero,
Wow.
And I think he gave me the balls to go move to Kirkwood. That's nothing compared to what he just pulled off. He's a fucking F1 guy. So anyway,
is he really? He's racing F1?
No idea.
All
No
right.
idea. Never contacted him again the rest of my life. But when I was thinking of great stories, that dude, that's a great story. So that's what I'm doing. He's driving the shuttle right now with the crazy old lady, and he already told the girl I got accepted, and she's like, oh, congratulations, but we don't know to what yet. So I'm gonna let them continue talking about what he got accepted for and how excited he is, and then he jumps in the shuttle and he drives away, and we still don't know exactly, like the cliffhanger.
Did you ever watch the Archie Campbell in the barber shop on Hee Haw? That's good, that's bad. That's good, that's bad. You ought to see if you could write a that's good, that's bad with the shuttle driver and your horse.
That's funny. All right. Anyway, that's what I'm going to do. So after I do our podcast, I'll make an episode. I think I told, we have a minute 47. I think I told you that, because of the credits, I can't really do a lot of like a 10-minute long video or anything. So I wasn't doing the Marty the Moose or any of those stuff. And so my credits kept building up. Now I have a bunch. I'm at
right on
600 or something. So that's why I can do these projects now. Because every time I create one, it's 100, 150 credits. It goes pretty fast. All right, bro. We got a minute to go. I'm going to sign out.
Been good. Killer evening, man. It's a killer. That like at 10:30, 11:30, it was about 11:30, the wind changed and it came sweeping out of the north. We've been with a steady 15-mile-an-hour wind out of the south that was bringing Texas or heat our way.
Yeah.
So man, it got dark on the north horizon, and you could just kind of feel the energy come on. And that's when the dogs started vibrating. but a cool wind, which the cool wind sinks and the hot wind rises, and that's where that whole dynamic comes from.
Yeah. The engine gets turned on then, because they're friction or whatever it is. Yeah, and then this becomes this, and we're off to the races.
Have a good one.
All right, take care. Bye.
Bye.